I'm Zalfa Abdel-Malek. I'm a professor in the Department of Dermatology at the University of Cincinnati, and I have a joint appointment in the Department of Cancer and Cell Biology. So, my main research interest really lies in prevention of sun-induced melanoma, which is the deadliest form of skin cancer. So we had started almost 3 decades ago with investigating a gene. During our years of research, we came upon a very important discovery showing that this gene of interest to us not only is an important regulator of skin pigmentation and hair pigmentation in humans, but it is directly linked to the mechanisms that can repair any sun damage that can cause mutations in the DNA. And these mutations, if they persist, then they can ultimately culminate to cause melanoma over years of life. So ultimately what we have been working on, which is the most exciting part of what we do now, is we have developed a very novel mechanism by which we can activate this gene. And what this would do is it can increase the capacity of those cells to make the pigment that gives us protection from sun exposure. And at the same time, it activates our repair mechanisms to prevent the damage from sun exposure. So we developed very small peptides that immediately can target the melanocytes. They can activate this receptor, and they do better than what our body normally is capable of regulating. What we're trying to do now, since these are very small peptides, is to develop them as topical agents like a cream or a lotion. And you can envision that you don't really need to use these every day of your life. Like, for example, you plan to go on a vacation. You want to go to the beach in the summer. So like a week or 2 weeks prior to that, you can apply them once a day. And this, what we have preliminary evidence showing that within a week, you can see very significant increase in pigmentation. And we know that this is also coupled with activation of DNA repair in the skin. You're targeting the cell that naturally can make the pigment and then can offer the protection for the rest of the skin. We're not just putting something on top of the skin that doesn't have any biological effect. So we can envision that, for people, they can utilize our peptides once we pass or the FDA approval steps, to have a sunless tanning, which is also safe. Moving our results from the bench to the bedside is really the most exciting. And I know that there are people that have mutations in our gene of interest, and they have deficiency in repairing the damage from the sun. And at the same time, we know that those people are the ones with very fair skin, red hair, people that have a poor tanning ability, so we can accentuate their ability to overcome the drastic effects of sun exposure by using our peptides. And this could be a life-saving mechanism, because for melanoma, despite all the novel and exciting advances in the treatment of melanoma, still, a lot of patients do not see too much of a benefit, and the increase in the survival of patients is not very promising at this point. So prevention could be really a much better way of reducing the incidence of melanoma and preventing it.